What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and currently, OPTC Run is now live, so I'm actually excited to jump into this one today. So obviously this is the new game mode that came out with the 15.1 update, and I guess it's a bit of a stretch to call it a game mode. It's more of like an arcade kind of game. I literally have never touched it. I did go inside the game mode, but I haven't actually run it yet. So this is going to be my first reaction to actually playing this, so I'm excited to see what it's all about. I haven't read anything online in regards to people's opinions about this yet, so let's go ahead and have a look here. So this is the main screen. So obviously when you do a run, your rank should show up here. So we've got the help screen about here, we've got the game rules. Holographic enemies and items will appear in front of Luffy. Tap at the right time to obtain the score. Luffy will jump or attack depending on when the tap happens. Tapping while Luffy is jumping will make him do a double jump. When Luffy comes near an enemy, he will ready for an attack. Closer Luffy is to the enemy, you will obtain more score for attacking. Okay. And then as time passes or take damage such as falling into the pit or bumping into the enemy, the meat gauge will decrease. If the meat gauge goes empty, the game is over. You can pick up meat to fill up the gauge. Obtain tons of score. Okay. So you have a meat gauge, which is kind of like your HP or like your timer, I guess. If that falls to 0, you lose. So basically by falling into pits, taking hits from enemies, that will lower your gauge, which is basically your timer, right? After defeating certain number of enemies, a boss will appear. You'll obtain more score for defeating the boss. Okay. Jump, attack. Certain enemies will fly in the air, jump to attack the enemies in the air. If you fail an attack, Luffy takes damage. There are various items to pick up. They each have different effects. So you got meat to recover meat gauge, berry for score, chest for more score. Okay. And there's combos as well. Defeating enemies in a row build up a combo. As the combo goes higher, the obtained score will receive a combo bonus. Right. And then if Luffy takes damage or falls into the pit, the combo resets. So you just want to be making sure you're not doing anything wrong. You want to make sure you're not taking damage. You want to be killing enemies consistently. It makes a lot of sense. I get it. It's going to be a weekly event. You can participate from the ongoing events. And I believe they said you can actually refill your stamina with meats. So that makes it a bit easier in terms of wanting to run it. Compete at the ranking rewards. You will be placed at a certain ranking reward based on your score. I believe if we go to back to the main menu, in the actual notice for OPTC Run, they actually had a breakdown in terms of the rewards that you would get depending on where you ranked. Yeah, right here. So if you're in the top 5%, you get 20 Rainbow Tavern medals, but even if you just play the game mode and you have ranked, you get at least 10. So 10 is the minimum, the maximum is 20, so it's not like that big of a difference, but of course if you do reach the top 5%, you get that extra 10, which is nice for sure. But like, it's nothing that crazy, right? It's nothing that crazy, and that seems to be it in terms of the ranking rewards. But remember, they did mention this game mode will occur every week, from what it sounds like. So you have like basically a chance to get at least 10 Rainbow Tavern medals every week. So the only thing that I am like questioning is, how do I tap differently to jump versus attack? Like, I don't, or maybe it just happens like by itself depending on what's in front of me. I guess we're gonna see everything for the first time here. Let's go ahead and give this a chance, and hopefully we can get a good run at it. Let's see how we go. Okay. How do I do this? Okay, I fell in the gap. We don't want that. Ah, I see. Okay, I'm kind of picking up what they're putting down. So I only got a good score for that. Great for that. Ah, we died. Okay. So that was obviously awful. That was my first attempt, of course. It was just, I didn't understand how it worked for attacking an enemy. It literally just, so you tap to kill an enemy, but it only will perform an attack when you are very, very close to an enemy. If you tap otherwise, it's just going to jump. Okay, let's play again. Let's actually get a good score this time. Alright, focus up, focus up, focus up. Okay, and we do that and we just fall straight into the pit. Okay. Ah, that's a little debate right there. Good we needed that meat. Although we're running very low. Bruh, are you kidding me? I mean, it was a better score, but it's not a great score. Bro, come on. We gotta focus up. Real talk. Best score is barely 7,000, man. That's so bad. I feel like getting a good score on hitting an enemy is actually really hard. Okay, we're doing pretty good so far. Ah, they debated me again. Good. That's really hard to hit a perfect on an enemy. Okay, we died. So we got a much better score that time, and you did realize there that once we beat Buggy and we moved on, we actually moved on to Arlong as the boss, and the whole background actually changed. That's really cool. Let's play again. Let's refill again. Let's get this going. So a large meat gives you two additional plays. Okay. And I did have a look at some of the top ranking scores. Some of the top ranking scores were absurd, like 200,000 or something like that. Let's see how we go though. We can reach those top scores. We can totally do this. And my assumption is by hitting perfects, you get a much better score. I'm not gonna take the bait. We only got a good on that boss. Things are going pretty well so far. We got a great on that boss. Oh, it was a double. Okay, that's how they get you. That's how they get you. Ah, we died. So we're getting progressively better as we're learning the mechanics of the game. We can totally do this. We can totally do this. This is actually like not that bad, but I can see it being like, remember, this is a thing that you can just like play just like once a week. You get some free Sugo medals out of it. I think it's pretty cool. Okay. Not gonna take the bait. We got a great on that boss. So now we're in Arlong Park. And I think the one after that is Crocodile. How do we screw that up? Nice. Great on that boss. Get the meat. Lovely. So this is probably Rob Lucci. It does get a lot faster. Oh, I missed the meat. We're gonna lose. Dang it. Yeah, you really want to make sure you're not missing that meat. That's gonna be a huge deal because it just ends your run. It just straight up ends your run if you miss out on that meat. 53k is a pretty respectable score, I feel. What I should do is actually go back and see where we're currently ranked, just to see how good or bad that score actually is in the grand scheme of things. Because I don't actually know if these are good scores or not. Like 53, I mean, it's the best score that I've had so far, but I'm sure that we can get better than that. Learning to get perfects on these enemies is going to be really important as well, because that will give you better score, I'm pretty sure. But, you know, learning on the fly, the more you play it... Oh, we got a perfect on that boss, which is awesome. Get the stamina refill. Ah, oh, you son of a gun. Ah, yeah, we're screwed. We're screwed. That was a bad run. That was a bad run. Okay, let's go return to the top and see where we're currently ranked. Alright, we get a bunch of medals for like competing and getting certain scores. Cool. Have to go back and check how many of those we have. No, go back to the main screen. We didn't want to go here. We wanted to go check OPTC Run. And where are we currently ranked? So we're currently ranked at 2,819. Now, that doesn't really give me a good grasp in terms of where exactly I am, because the ranking rewards are based on percentages, like top 50%, top 20%. This doesn't tell me that at all. This just tells me a rank value, which, I mean, yes, it's helpful, but if we go to the top 100, the top score is 211,000. Like, that is absurd. So that's gonna be very, very hard to reach. 150,000. So if we can get in that 150,000 range, if we can get top 100, so over 130,000, like, that seems like a really good score then. I think we'll give it one more attempt before we wrap up this video here. But this, honestly, you can't really say it's like that bad or anything. Like, this is just really, really fun, honestly. This is just really fun. I don't mind this at all. Some people might not like this, but I think it's pretty cool. It's something different, you know? I swear, that should have been a perfect. That should have been a perfect as well. Perfect on the buggy. Love to see it. This is going to be a really good way for people to waste their stamina meats as well. So just do this a bunch of times. Nice. Oh, bruh. Dang it. Well, it was my best score so far. And it looks like we can share our results as well. And I believe there's like a social media thing going on right now. Let me go ahead and find it real quick. So I went over to share the post, and I can go ahead and do this, which shares it directly over here. So that's kind of cool that they do this. And there is a social media campaign going on where if we reach 5,000 worldwide posts using the hashtag OPTC Run, all users receive 55 Rainbow Tavern medals. And it also says that if we do reach that, then some amount of lucky users with that post will potentially receive 100 medals. So this is just a good thing to do. That's cool though. Going to try and get some more. Alright, let's give that a go. Alright, so I guess with that, that is going to wrap it up from me. Thank you so much for watching the video. Good luck on your OPTC Run runs, or attempts, should I say. Hopefully you enjoyed it though, and if you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.